for story time?
Yeah!
All right. Do you know where we are today?
On the ranch.
On the ranch in Dallas. That's right. And we have lots of animals, and we've got a pretty lake here, and we just have lots of horses. It's fun here, isn't it?
Blue cows.
Blue cows. Oh, I know it. You know what? Let's get into our story. And I want to know something. Maybe you've been scared of something. Have you ever been scared of something? No? Well, that's good. Maybe some of you have, maybe like a monster you saw in a movie, or maybe in a dark closet at a room in your house or something like that. You know what, boys and girls, all of us have been afraid at one time or another, haven't we? And it might be that we're afraid of maybe a mean bully, or we're afraid of falling from high places, or maybe we get a little scared in the car where someone's driving too fast. But if we're really honest, all of us get scared sometimes, don't we?
That's for sure.
Sometimes we're afraid maybe of a big storm, or when there's lots of thunder and lightning around us, or maybe in an earthquake. But did you know that Jesus' disciples were just like that? And one time they were all out in this little tiny boat on this great big lake, a lot bigger than this one behind us, when this terrible storm blew out of nowhere. And they were all just scared out of their wits.
Throw me the rope! Watch out! It's coming down!
These guys were in big trouble.
Whoa, that's heavy.
But do you know what the disciples did next? It's the smartest thing to do when you're scared. They took their fears to Jesus.
Jesus!
How can he sleep? Master! Master! Wake up! The boat is filling with water! We'll drown!
Peace. Be still.
Jesus took control right away. And you know what? The storm calmed down, and the disciples could hardly believe their eyes.
Why were you afraid? Where is your faith?
The storm was over, and the seas became as smooth as glass. Can you imagine?
Awesome!
It doesn't matter how silly you think your fears are. Just talk about it to Jesus, and then trust Him to deal with the situation.
We hear you!
You know, there was another time when the disciples were out on a boat in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden, Jesus came walking to them on the water. At first, they were really scared because they thought that maybe He was a ghost or something. They had never seen anyone walk on the water before, and it really freaked them out.
It's amazing. I would have never dreamed such things were possible.
Miracles. Miracles. And to have seen with my own eyes.
He says we can do the same.
How can we? We're just fishermen.
Look. Man, walking on the water.
It's a spirit!
Impossible.
Whatever spirit you are, stay away from us.
But it was Jesus walking on the water.
Don't be afraid. You know me.
Master?
Oh, Master, if it's you, then command me to come to you. Come.
Slowly, Peter got out of the boat, and he started towards Jesus. It was a miracle, wasn't it? You know what? Old Peter was just doing fine until he took his eyes off of Jesus. And he started looking all around at all the scary things instead, like the wind and the waves and the deep water. And he got in trouble and he started to sink.
Lord, save me!
Oh, Peter, so little faith. Why did you doubt?
When you get scared, just keep your eyes on Jesus and remember that he loves you very much and he won't let you sink.
For sure!
Sometimes when we get real sick or have to go to the hospital, we get all scared and worried. And that's what happened to a family that Jesus knew. There was a little girl and she was very, very sick. And her dad had come to see Jesus. But before Jesus could come, someone told him that it was just plain too late and that the little girl had died.
My Lord, your daughter, she's dead.
Then we're too late.
Jairus.
Master, I'm sorry I troubled you. My daughter is dead.
Fear not. Just believe, and your daughter will be made whole.
But
Come, show me the way.
What happened then?
When Jesus got to the man's house, everyone was crying.
Don't weep. The girl is not dead, but sleeping.
Do you think we don't know death when we see it?
They know death, but I know life. Where is your daughter?
The girl's parents led Jesus into a room, and he came over and he kneeled down by her bed.
Young girl, arise.
And what happened next was a miracle.
Oh, Jesus!
Her parents were so happy. They took turns by giving her great big hugs.
oh, thank you, Master. Thank you.
Yes! Thank you, Jesus!
You see, Jesus had some great plans for that little girl's life, and he wasn't finished with her yet. And he loved her and he cared about her a whole lot.
Big time!
But if one of you faces death, it's nothing to be afraid of, is it? Because if you believe in Jesus, you're going to go straight to be with him when you die. And heaven is the happiest place that you can ever imagine. It's kind of like 10,000 Disneylands all rolled up into one.
That's super!